Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video looking at work, poverty and welfare. In this video we're going to discuss the gig economy. Recent sociological research into the gig economy in the UK has shed light on the evolving nature of work, employment relations and social dynamics in contemporary society. The gig economy, characterised by short-term, freelance or contract-based work facilitated by digital platforms, has emerged as a prominent feature of the labour market in recent years. Sociologists have sought to understand the implications of this trend for workers, organisations and society as a whole, examining issues such as job quality, income inequality and the impact on traditional employment structures. One key focus of recent research has been the experiences of gig economy workers and the challenges they face. Studies by Wood et al. And Vyas highlight the precarious nature of gig work, with many workers facing low pay, unpredictable hours and limited access to benefits such as sick pay and holiday pay. These findings underscore the need for greater protections and support for gig economy workers, particularly in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has exposed the vulnerabilities of contingency workers. Another area of interest has been the impact of the gig economy on traditional employment structures and labour relations. Research by Hughes and Di Stefano examines the ways in which gig work is reshaping employment practices, blurring the lines between employees and independent contractors, and challenging established norms around job security and worker rights. These studies raise important questions about the future of work and the role of regulation in ensuring fair treatment and protection for all workers. Recent sociological research has also explored the role of digital platforms in shaping the gig economy and mediating work relationships. Studies by Schultz and Graham et al. Examine the power dynamics between platform companies and gig workers, highlighting issues such as algorithmic management, rating systems, and the lack of transparency and accountability in platform governance. These findings point to the need for greater transparency and regulation of platform practices to ensure fair and ethical treatment of workers. In addition to examining the challenges and risks associated with gig work, recent research has also highlighted the potential benefits and opportunities it offers. Studies by Schneider and Windisch and Codeganone et al. Explore the motivations of gig workers and the ways in which gig work can provide flexibility, autonomy and opportunities for skill development and entrepreneurship. These findings suggest that gig work can be empowering for some individuals, particularly those seeking greater control over their work and lifestyle. The gig economy in the UK, characterised by flexible short-term and freelance work, has grown significantly, leading to legislative and regulatory challenges. Key legislative developments and regulatory responses have been focused on worker rights, classification and protections. For example, the Employment Rights Act of 1996, which defines employment status in the UK, distinguishing between employees, workers and self-employed individuals. The classification affects rights to minimum wage, holiday pay and other employment protections. The Taylor Review in 2017, which was commissioned by the government, assessed the gig economy and recommended reforms to improve workers' rights and protections. Key recommendations included clarifying employment status definitions, introducing dependent contractor status for gig workers, providing more rights than self-employed status but less than full employment, ensuring gig workers receive fair and decent work, including the right to holiday pay and national minimum wage. Following the Taylor Review, the government published the Good Work Plan, outlining legislative intentions to increase transparency for gig workers regarding their rights and entitlements, enhance enforcement of employment rights, and address issues of one-sided flexibility, where employers benefit from flexible work arrangements more than workers. A landmark decision by the UK Supreme Court ruled that Uber drivers should be classified as workers rather than self-employed in 2021, and this ruling granted Uber drivers rights to a national minimum wage, paid holiday, and protection against unlawful deductions from wages. Gig economy workers classified as workers are also entitled to the national minimum wage, reinforcing financial protections. And the Agency Workers Regulations of 2010 provides rights for agency workers, some of which can apply to gig economy roles, ensuring equal treatment regarding pay and working conditions after 12 weeks of service. These legislative measures reflect ongoing efforts to balance the flexibility of gig work with fair treatment and adequate protections from workers. The regulatory landscape continues to evolve as the gig economy grows and new work practices emerge. Overall, recent sociological research into the gig economy in the UK has provided valuable insights into the complex dynamics of contemporary work and employment. By examining the experiences of gig economy workers, the impact on traditional employment structures, and the role of digital platforms, researchers of the opportunities and challenges posed by this emerging form of work. That concludes this Tutors U Sociology topic video on work, poverty and welfare, looking at the gig economy. Thanks for watching.